What's going on, everyone? Angry Fury here, and really quick, before we actually get into the action, I wanted to say a couple things. For this setup, what I used was basically just Ganodermic armor with a Fury just to help prevent some of the magic damage, because I believe that some of his blood strikes actually do deal mage damage. Other than that, all I'm using is the Blisterwood pole arm, and that's honestly the only weapon I actually use to inflict any damage on this guy at all, the entire time. Now, the things you will notice are there's a few phases. First phase, which I'll talk about when we get into it, just super easy. Just walk up and melee him until he actually turns into his vampire stage. Once he does that, okay, you're going to start fighting him just with melee, and you're going to have Soul Split, Turmoil on, and that's basically all you need. Okay, what you want to do is you want to have the screen rotated so that you are facing Lord Draken or whatever the heck his name is. I can't remember his name, but anyway, so that you see his back, okay? And you're gonna notice that he will say, I can't remember the exact verbiage he uses, but pretty much like something but darkness or whatever. And when he does that, you want to click your guy away because you need to have your screen facing away from him and your character facing away from him to prevent damage. So if you already have the screen facing away from him, then you're good to go. Lastly, when he takes off and starts flying in the air, you want to put protection from magic on and just continuously run around the room. That's all you got to do. Run around the outside of the room until he goes back to his form where he's like on the ground and then go back to attacking him. Same thing all the way through. And for the last phase, I will talk about that when we get there. Alright, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so here we are about to roll in and take out Van Storm. Yeah, that's his name. So, like I said, basically, Ganodermic armor is what you want to have on with your Fury. Okay, you want to have your prayers set up for Soul Split, Turmoil, and I just have Protect Item on. You do not need Protect Item though, okay? And then as soon as you get in here and finish talking, you want to instantly pot up. You want overloads if you have them, if not your highest stat boosting potions, prayer renewal and prayer potions. For this first part, you're just going to run up here and basically just start using your polearm, the melee weapon, and just start basically beating the crap out of him. It's actually not very hard to defeat him here, to be honest. This is probably, actually, yeah, I'd have to say this is one of the easiest stages. Okay, so then he'll hit you back like that, and he's going to start turning into his actual vampire form, which you will see right there. And for this, while he's in this form, you want to just go back to meleeing him. Now, as you'll see right now, my screen is facing the back of Van Storm Claws here, and that's what you want, okay? Because when he says that right there, whatever he said in the darkness, okay, you need to have your screen facing away from him, okay, as well as click your character away from him to not take any damage. It's actually not that hard to do. And right now you'll see this blood that starts going around the room. When he does this, seriously just kind of run around and try to stay away from him. That's the best thing to do. And I also do protection from magic or deflect magic if you have it. Also right here, I screwed this up a couple times, but you see he spawned these couple of blood velds. When they get spawned, just run out and kill them as they heal them a little bit. I screwed it up here, but as you'll see, it makes really no difference. Then just go straight back to basically using melee on him the second you see him stop doing the blood attack. And again, you'll see that my screen is facing away from him, so that way if he does it and I notice it in enough time, I can face away. And as you'll see though, melee is working really good. Now once he starts flying in the air, you want to switch to protection from magic and start running around the room. Because if you do stay stationary, these blood attacks will hit you and they can deal some serious damage. But as you'll see, I mean, if you just run around like I am, and I'm not even doing any kind of pattern, just pretty much just making my way around the room and consistently moving. And as long as you do that, you should probably not get caught in many of the attacks. I mean, you might get hit with one or two, but that's about it. I also use this time in between clicking to run. I'll also boost my prayer up here just because I think it's a good spot. And pretty much just keep running around the room. Some people like to range him here, but I don't think it's necessary. And then basically as soon as he's on the ground again, you run right back up and start meleeing him. And again, you'll see he does spawn these blood velds, so of course take them out if you can. If not, like I said, it's not going to heal him all that much. And then pretty much just go back to taking him down. And you'll see that melee is really effective here. I mean, seriously, I literally thought this boss was going to be way harder, but this setup, in my opinion, works really good. So his last form here is when he goes into this like gassy type form, cloud, whatever. And all you want to do is, and I screwed up for a second here, but you click on your holy water and you want it to fall on the ground. And whenever he goes over top of it, it deals damage to him. So essentially you want to put it on the ground and then run past it and make him come across it and kind of run back and forth if you can. And as you'll see, it's quite easy here. For a second, I didn't quite get it. I was like, wait, what the heck? You know what I mean? Why is it not doing any damage to him? And see, here's what I'm talking about. You have to be on one side and let him come across. And then same thing you'll see over here. Stand here, let him keep coming. And then the easy way to do it is to try to drop it right under him like this, which I think worked out pretty good. And I'll try to keep running across to try to do everything I can to keep him above that. Once he dies here, he basically spawns these like blood velds that come after you. It's kind of like an instant hit. It will essentially kill you, but not really. It's just part of the whole storyline, so don't think you screwed up. Like here, I was trying to eat, like seriously, no way. And it's like you think you die, but you don't. What I will tell you is do not wear a Ring of Life, because this is a safe quest. If you die, you're not going to lose anything. You'll be able to get right back to your grave. But if you were wearing a Ring of Wealth, that would teleport you out. But other than that, guys, that's the boss fight, and it is freaking easy as long as you follow what I just told you. So until next time, guys.